right? You don't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be brave from now on. You have a chance to be brave every single day with the different decisions that you make. So it changes. Whenever you decide to do something courageous, the next time you have an option to do something courageous, you might not. So when you're feeling scared about something, I think it's important to know and name the fear. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Why don't you want to apply for that job that feels too big? Why don't you want to say that thing in that room with those people? Why don't you want to have that tough conversation? What is the actual thing you're afraid of? Are you afraid of, somebody thinking you're difficult? Are you afraid of losing that job? Are you afraid of, failing and falling on your face? Name the fear, understand that it's going to be there. I think what's really important about fear is that people got to understand that it's one of the most natural feelings. It is an emotion that we all have. And we have it because it keeps us safe from jumping off a cliff, right? Without a parachute. It keeps us from putting our hands in burning water. It keeps us from not hitting ourselves in the face with a mallet. That's what fear is for. But what we do is we take that same fear that keeps us from jumping off a cliff and we now apply it to everyday things like speaking up in a room, and saying the thing that nobody else is saying. I think what you have to understand is what is the thing that you're afraid of doing or saying? And if you don't do it, are you opting out of your best case scenario because you're afraid of the worst case scenario? Oftentimes that's what's happening. You might be afraid of speaking up in the room because you're like, I don't want to rock the boat or disrupt the harmony in the room. Okay, so what happens if you disrupt the harmony? Do you get kicked out the room? If you're afraid of that, that's natural. But is that fear justifiable to stop you from doing it? Because if the thing that you have to say is really important and could shift the room in a major way that's for everybody's greater good, then you not saying it is to say no to the best thing happening. So you just have to know that, okay, I'm afraid. I know I'm petrified. I'm not sure if this is the right thing for me to do. I don't know how it's going to land, but you know what? It is important enough that I feel compelled to do it. And I'm just going to do it and let it land however it does and just do it. It's like jumping into cold water, into the deep end of the pool. If you dip your toe in just a little bit, it doesn't make it less cold. You might as well just jump in and then your body gets used to it. That is what truth telling is like. That's what, fear fighting is like. You're going to have to jump in deep ends, things that you're just not sure where the bottom is. But clearly something in your heart, something in your spirit is telling you that you should do this thing. And I encourage you to do it. Everyone's always looking for it to be easy. You're thinking, if I'm afraid of it, that probably means I shouldn't do it. No, if you're afraid of it, you should probably do it unless it's you putting your hand in fire. Then don't do that. But everything is not you putting your hand in fire. Right. So I need your courage, even though you will be scared. And that's actually when you are courageous. It's when you're scared and you still do it anyway. That is what it means to be courageous. That you should do this thing. And I encourage you to do it. Everyone's always looking for it to be easy. You're thinking, if I'm afraid of it, that probably means I shouldn't do it. No,